y'all, my name is, oh wait, we probably need to start the recording. Hey guys, my name is Erin Weatherford and I'm a rising junior and I am an orientation team leader.
Hey y'all, my name's Peyton Smith. I am also a rising junior and an orientation team leader.
So we're going to go ahead and get started with our 2012 New Student Orientation webinar. We know most of you here probably didn't make it to orientation this summer, or you're just coming back to learn a little bit more and review what you got.
So here's an overview of what we're going to talk about during this webinar. This webinar is for full-time undergraduate Newcomb-Tulane College students. So if you are in the School of Continuing Studies, you're more than welcome to listen in, but there is going to be a separate orientation for y'all on Saturday, August 25th. Sorry about that, at 10 a.m.
You're going to get more information on that in your Tulane email, so be checking for that. It's going to come from the School of Continuing Studies. So you should have gotten a new student orientation guide in the mail over the last few weeks. It's got lots and lots of information, so you want to make sure you look through that. If you didn't get one, you've lost it, or you just don't have it available to you at any time, you can find it online at orientation.tulane.edu under the first year resources section. So that PDF is online and you can look through it and get all the information.
So y'all are probably familiar with Gibson Online. The link's there above. It's gibson.tulane.edu. So Gibson Online is the way you figured out if you got into Tulane, what your financial aid package was, things like that. And it's going to become very important to you over the next couple of years. So the way you log in is your username is what comes before the @ in your email address, and then your password is the exact same as your email password. So if you don't have this information, please call Technology Services. The phone number is below. So Gibson Online can be used for a couple different things. First of all, if you look at the top left corner, you can see your financial aid package up there. It can also be used to play around with a schedule if you're trying to schedule your classes. You also register for your classes through Gibson Online. And then once you do have a schedule, you can view the entire schedule by clicking My Concise Schedule. You can also order books from the Tulane University bookstore. So if you press order books, it automatically knows what classes you're registered for. So it will automatically just order all the books that those professors have given the bookstore for those classes. Or you could just order them through Amazon, Chegg, however you want to do it. But you can use Gibson Online to order books if you want to. You can also pay your tuition bill through Gibson Online. So if you press Net Pay at the left-hand side, the screen will look like this. So it'll have your entire tuition bill on there. And then if you would like to add a guest payer, so if you want your parents or your guardian to be able to view and pay your tuition bill, you would just press My Profile in the top right-hand corner and click Add Guest Payer.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about your Tulane University email. The link to go to that email is outlook.com/tulane.edu. It's very, very important that you go ahead and start checking your Tulane email at least once a day this summer, and you're probably going to want to do that more than once a day when you get here in the fall. So because all your official Tulane correspondence is going to go to that email. You will no longer get email to your personal accounts. So information from the university, from Tulane College, from your professors, from your RAs, from housing, everyone on campus is going to send email to that email address, and you're responsible for all of it. This is the screenshot of the login page. Your username is your first name and a little bit of your last name or all of your last name. For example, mine is eweather@tulane.edu. And again, that password is going to be the same password that you use for Gibson Online. You can also forward your Tulane account. Information on how to do that is in the link below. Some of the emails that you're going to get this summer are going to be from the Office of Orientation. We call them Navigator emails. They're going to look a little bit like this, and they're just going to be about twice a month from now until when school starts, just to give you a little more information about how to prepare for coming to Tulane in the fall.
All right, so advising. So most of y'all should have registered for classes already. If you have not, please go ahead and contact your advisor. If you don't know who your advisor is, just go ahead and give that phone number a call or email advising@tulane.edu. But registration for the fall is now open. So you can go ahead, if you already have your schedule, you might want to switch around some classes, things like that. So that's open. And then if you need some help with those things, there is a 5-step guide to getting, or a 5-step getting started guide at the bottom there.
So now we're going to talk about safety and security in New Orleans, both on campus and off campus. It's really important to a lot of students who come to Tulane. These emergency numbers you need to be put into your phone, either right now or sometime soon before you come in the fall. They're also listed on page 17 of your new student orientation guide at that green box in the bottom left-hand corner. So TEMS is a free student-run emergency ambulatory service. It's completely free. All the students are certified EMTs, and you can get TEMS by calling the TUPD emergency number, which is 504-865-5911. The non-emergency number also connects you to TUPD, which has 45 state certified officers. That means that those officers can bear arms, they can make arrests, and they have investigative powers. TUPD is a 24/7, 365-day-a-year entity, so they're always around campus. They're making sure that we stay safe, that there's no one on campus that doesn't need to be. They do a lot of good things to help keep Tulane students safe. So there's the blue light system. So if you're anywhere on campus, you can see a blue light. If you ever feel that you're in danger or you just feel uncomfortable, you see something that needs to be brought attention to TUPD, press the button on the blue light system and a TUPD officer will be there immediately. They know where you're at based on which blue light button you push. Safe Rides is also a really important service that TUPD offers. It operates from 8 p.m. to 4 p.m. And what you would do is you would call the Safe Ride number there, which is 504-314-7233, which is just 504-314-SAFE. That shuttle operates within a 1-mile radius of campus, and it's really important that you take Safe Rides because it's never safe to walk alone at night. Within the vicinity of campus or anywhere in New Orleans. When you talk about moving to New Orleans, you kind of have to talk about hurricanes and having an evacuation plan. This is not to scare you or to make you panic or anything, but it is something that you need to go ahead and discuss with your parents. All Tulane freshmen are required to submit an evacuation plan by August 1st. You're going to submit that through the housing website. That's the same website that you submitted your dorm preferences and your roommate preferences by. So just discuss with your parents about what's the easiest way for you to get home. For example, I live about 5.5 hours away from New Orleans, a 5.5 hour drive, and my parents couldn't necessarily come get me freshman year. I didn't have a car and they couldn't come get me because the flow of traffic changes so that everything is going out of the city. So my plan was to evacuate with Tulane to Jackson State University, which is what they do for students who have no other way to leave the city. And my parents would drive to Jackson, which is about 2.5 hours away from my house, and pick me up there.
But I had a different plan because I am from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, so my parents couldn't just drive down and come get me. I actually had a plan to buy a plane ticket back to Harrisburg in case of a hurricane. But now since I've been here for a few years and I have friends that are from Atlanta and who live in Texas, I can actually just drive with them to their house in case of a hurricane. Luckily, Aaron and I have never had to deal with that though.
So it's not a big deal. You just need to make sure you go ahead and talk to your parents sooner rather than later and get that plan submitted by August 1st.
All right, student organizations. So we have so many student organizations here at Tulane that you can get involved in. Some different types of organizations. We have our student government, which saves about 5 seats for freshmen. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, they do have spots for freshmen. We have media organizations such as our 108-year-old student newspaper called the Hullabaloo. And we also have a radio station, WTUL New Orleans. It is in the top 20 college radio stations in the country, and it's on iTunes Radio, so y'all should check us out. We also have lots of club sports such as crew, which is what the picture is. And we also have men's, women's ultimate frisbee, lacrosse, field hockey, things like that. We have multicultural organizations and interest organizations. So just that's kind of just like any other club. So we have a cheese club, we have a neuroscience association club, just lots of different things. Pretty much, if there isn't a club that we have, you can get some friends to form it. Last but not least, we have Greek life. So 32% roughly of Tulane students are involved with Greek life. We do have deferred recruitment, so that means that it happens in the spring instead of the fall. We also have lots of student programs that go on around campus throughout the year. So every single Friday from 4 to 6 p.m., we have FAQs, which stands for Friday at the Quad, where we have free music and free food from a local vendor. And you can just come out and hang out with your friends, listen to music, eat some food. We also have Crawfest, which is in April every year. We get 17,000 pounds of crawfish. Students eat crawfish for free, listen to bands that take up 3 different stages. It's a really, really fun and awesome day. My favorite festival here at Tulane. TUCP is Tulane Campus Programming. They are an organization that gets musicians and comedians, speakers to come to campus. So we always have a spring and a fall concert. This year, our fall concert was Janelle Monáe and Fun, and in the spring, it was Ben Folds. So we always get some big names here on campus. So if you're interested in helping get some awesome concerts here, you should definitely join TUCP. This year, we are starting a new tradition called Hullabalooza, which is going to be the first weekend of September, and it's going to be a big concert. We don't know exactly who is going to be here. There's some rumors going around, but it's going to be really, really fun, so put that on your calendars.
So a big deal to students at Tulane, and especially freshmen, are dining services. The deadline to apply for a meal plan is July 27th. And the description of the meal plan can be found at this link, and the link to sign up is also listed here. You can also find all of that information in your new student orientation guide. The most popular plan for freshmen is the Flex 275, which is an unlimited meal plan. You'll find that going to Bruff, which is our main dining hall, becomes a little bit of a social experience during your freshman year. So most people do the unlimited option, but you have about a month into school to change if you decide that that's not for you, or if you pick something where you get less Bruff swipes and you decide you want unlimited, you can change that for about a month. This is just a chart listing all of the options that are available to you as freshmen, but like I said, they're also listed online and in your new student orientation guide.